Hello, I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Monday. How was your weekend? Was it good? Mine was. It was good. I did go to the festival on Saturday, but only for a short time, just for a few hours. Ate something with my friends, ate the oysters. I always want oysters, fresh oysters when I go to those things. Food was delicious. Wow. So that was good. I've been for a run this morning. I went for a run yesterday morning too. Because it's so hot now. We're in a heat wave in Thailand at the moment. It's crazy. But before the sun comes up, just before the sun comes up, the temperature is beautiful. Cool enough to go out and do things. So I go for a run. I've been waking up at 5:30 in the morning, putting my running gear on, getting straight out there, and the sun's just coming up as I'm getting back. It's great. I'm enjoying it. How was your weekend? Was it good? I'm going to do some channeling for Twin Flames. Hey, Connie. Hey, Maria. Twin Flames. Haven't seen you for a while, Connie. Twin Flames. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. High level people who are happy in their lives and doing great things and wanting to get together in a healthy relationship. That kind of thing. We'll see what's going on there. I'll also be giving mini reads as well. So if you want a mini read, check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to do it. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in that comment for your donation. You can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if that is better for you. Two Connies in the house. Hello, Connie, too. Welcome. Hello, Bonnie. Connie, Bonnie. Move this out of the way a little bit. Why is everything moved over? Isn't it weird the way that things move about on your screen? Anyway, that's better. Yeah, mini reads. What was I saying? Okay, after you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in for your reading. It can be a very specific question. It could be yes or no answer question. I will pull cards out as well. If it's a yes or no answer question, I won't just say yes. Next. But it can be, guidance about your career or whatever it is that you want. Go for it if you want one of those mini reads. So let's get some cards out about Twin Flames, healthy relationships. How was your weekend, everybody? Was it good? I had a very healthy weekend, as usual. I completed, well, almost, my kitchen organisation. You might have seen that on social media. Because my shelves arrived, and because they sent the wrong shelves, first of all, the ones that weren't very deep, I put those at the end, so I've got even more space. And it's a good thing that they did send me the wrong ones, because now I've got 3 lots of shelves, and it's much better than it had have been if I'd just got the ones that I'd ordered. So that's good. Happy with that. What else? Oh, I also got my new equipment for my new YouTube channel as well, so I started learning how to use that yesterday. I'm on a big steep learning curve with all of this stuff now. Oh, hello. There's a workman on the window. Yes, killing the bugs. There's a trail of ants that are kind of all crawling all over my bungalow at the moment, and so he's there at the window killing them all with bug spray, with a cigarette in his mouth. It's good. I hope it's not flammable. Anyway, you might see him pop up at the door there. Let's change the view. Respect his privacy. Okay, cards. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. What's going on with Twin Flames at the moment? What's in the energies? Any developments with anybody? No developments with me. No developments at all. But as I said, I did have a very good weekend. We had scorcher on Friday. Some places in Thailand were 50 degrees. 50 degrees. Not here, thank God. Whew. But it was really hot here. I didn't go out. I couldn't. Oh, I did. I lie. I went out to training. Oh no, it was Thursday. I can't remember. One of the days was really bad. Really, really hot, even in the aircon, Yay, you're here live, Crystal. Good to see you here live. Six of Cups, we've got something about the past here. He's doing tightrope, not tightrope, but he's on the ledge out there. I'll just let him do his stuff without watching you. So without you watching him. Six of Cups. Past. The past. Reminiscing on the past. That's kind of weird with people out there. Okay, reminiscing on the past. What about? Oh yeah. My God. Is this happening to everyone else too? I keep on having dreams. And I'm married in my dreams to my ex-husband. I'm having ex-husband dreams. It's not been in my dreams for a very long time. Kids as well. And me. Reminiscing on the when you put something together with somebody, built something up with somebody, had a foundation with somebody. Ace of Swords, because there's some ahas to get for it. Oh, is that happening for everyone else too? It's bizarre. Last night I didn't wake up at all. Last night I didn't even get up to pee in the night. I had a full 8 hours uninterrupted sleep. That's the first time in a very long time that it's been. Usually I'll get up to pee in the middle of the night, midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that, and I didn't. I woke up this morning and I'm like, huh? Anyway, yeah, but just lately, perhaps the last 4 or 5 days since the full moon. Yeah, since the full moon. Around the full moon is when it started. I've been having marriage dreams, and it's featuring my ex-husband. You've had dreams of ex-loves. Hey, Taryn. You've had dreams of ex too. Okay, well, there's an aha to be got from it. That's why. Okay, tell us more. Strategy and protection. Strategy of protection. Something about boundaries. A strategy of protection. I don't understand. It's given us an aha, a strategy of protection, protecting ourselves. It feels like boundaries to me. I had very poor boundaries. Very poor boundaries when I was married. He did too. You have dreams of men you've never seen or met before. Oh, cool. Would you recognize them? Do you see the faces in the dreams, or is it just their energy? Would you recognize them if you met them in real life, Crystal? Oh, the coffee's good this morning. There's going to be a second breakfast this morning for sure after that run. I'm eating about 2,500 calories a day now. And my weight was steady the last 2 days. So if you eat my fitness pal thinks I should be eating 1,600 calories. You're wrong, my fitness pal. I'd be starving. And I was starving myself before. I had no idea. Anyway, about 2,500 calories now, and that seems to be even Stevens for me. Maintain. I'm very energetic. I'm a very energetic person. I'm a very lively person. I don't stop moving. Apart from when I sleep. Didn't actually see him in the dream. In the dream, also live in a live video we're both on. He wanted to talk but couldn't. Oh, you see the faces. Ooh, that's interesting. Six of Wands, victory, and the Fool. So we can have a victory when we start something off again. Okay, so the dreams are coming up for us about the past to get an aha about our strategy of defense so that we can have a victory with the start of a new relationship. Strategy, does that make sense to anybody? Strategy of boundaries, having a strategy of boundaries, probably something that you've already been learning about your boundaries, how to have them, how to communicate them, how to stand up for yourself, and all of that kind of thing. Join our Facebook group. That was a bit random, I know, but I messed up just before. Had to type it back in again. What do I want to use next? I want to get into this more. Book of Shadows Tarot, I don't know whether that's really going to cut it. Starchild Tarot, let's do the Starchild Tarot. Let's do it. That means there's going to be a lot of reading, but this is a beautiful deck, so let's do it. Tell us all about the strategy of boundaries, strategy of protecting ourselves so that we can have a victory in a new thing. So it's time to look at old relationships and how we weren't communicating our boundaries, didn't have boundaries, weren't communicating boundaries. We've got the Five of Swords and the Ace of Crystals come out first. So let's start with the Five of Swords. Which is conflict, isn't it? Five of Swords. Where are you? Did my nails and then studied the kitchen out and broke my nails straight away. At the side there. I knew when I started doing my nails that I was doing the wrong thing yesterday. I'm like, I should do the kitchen first. I've got those shells to do and all of that stuff to do. Oh well. Five of Swords. Five of Swords indicates a state of entrapment or negativity that has been self-inflicted. This is our past selves. We trapped ourselves in negativity and it was self-inflicted. Through conflict, disagreements, or impulsive behavior. Were we impulsive? Is that what it was? There's been an involuntary burdening of yourself or others. It's important to take a step back and take a look at the bigger picture. So what I'm getting from this is you might have got together with someone, even though there was conflict there, it was less a conflict than you had with other people. In other words, like leaving out of the family home to be with a new husband or something, and that it was still a conflict situation, but it was better than the conflict you had before, that kind of thing. Important to take a step back and look at the big picture, put everything in perspective and realize where your true priorities are and truths lie. Are your opinions and views more important than your relationships? Kind of, yes. Well, yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice my opinions and views for the sake of a relationship. How are you affecting other people? Is your ambition coming from a place of love or fear? Both. How can your words and actions transform this difficult situation? So how could our words and actions transform that difficult situation in the past? Particularly, I was getting it was about communication of boundaries. So out of the frying pan into the fire kind of an energy there. Ace of Crystals, but something was to be gained from it. Something big was to be gained from it. Ace of Crystals. The Ace of Crystals signifies new and prosperous beginning, fruition of wealth and abundance, the attainment of your dreams. So there was a gaining of your dreams through that thing that passed. You are capable of manifesting your goals while also appreciating the payoff of your success. From this state of understanding comes the ability to identify the opportunities as they arise, and those routes which align best with your heart. This speaks of your innate trust in your intuition and the choices which support your own spiritual growth. You understand and prioritize what matters most. Remember, the power of positive visualization combined with a sense of gratitude will only attract more abundance into your life. So a lot about abundance there's, I think it might have been Ten of Pentacles. You might have chosen someone for Ten of Pentacles to build something with, to have abundance with, to gain more money with. Not really about the money, but a choice that was better than conflict, perhaps with family, less conflict than that, and a good choice for building something family. all of that kind of thing. And so it wasn't necessarily a bad choice, but it wasn't necessarily an everything choice, let's put it that way. And you might have let some boundaries go because there was something being built. The Ace of Crystals is very positive. It's like, this is saying you didn't choose that badly, but you need to be aware of what you chose for. Compromise. We compromised, is what this is saying. Compromise something. And then there was painful ending. Yes. Why was there a painful ending? Ten of Swords. Perhaps when we realized our compromise. We don't realize we're compromising until we realize that we can have more. The Ten of Swords is known to show up during difficult life challenges, which are often traumatic, disastrous, or unexpected. So this is the breakup. This may also be an indication of lying or deceit from someone else, with the hurtful outcome of feeling betrayed. Feels like for a lot, like for me, it was growing apart really, but all of this energy came into it because it's like, we're told like when we get married that they're the one, you know, we should be able to stay with them and that. But when we realize it's like, no, we're growing in different directions, I felt duped, you know. It wasn't particular that he had said that he was someone else, nor that I'd said that I was someone else. I was growing, you know. And to me, it seemed like he was staying stagnant, but I think it was growing in different ways. And yeah, I felt duped by marriage, not by him. Although it did kind of surprise me sometimes that he thought that our relationship would be different once we were married. I didn't. We've been together and living together for a long time before we got married. I didn't think our relationship was going to change. But he thought I was going to stop going out once we were married. You see? That was a bit weird. Anyway. I felt more betrayed by the concept of marriage than anything else. Know that despite the hardships, a new phase or beginning will transpire. And it did. From processing and releasing this phase of your life, you will learn to move forward with illumination and strength. It's the transformation of negative experiences that puts everything into perspective, in seeing past shadows into the light which shines through. This is about recovery, enlightenment, release, transformation, self-love, compassion. Okay. So we didn't necessarily make a bad choice, but the choices were made to get away from a worse situation or be around less conflict. It was the lesser conflict and it was someone to build something with, so it's positive. Until it wasn't enough for us. And we grew apart. And then there was the ending where you felt duped. Then the Six of Cups. Then the looking back. So then there was a looking back. Not like we're looking back now, but a looking back then. So we gained some kind of enlightenment from it at the time. It won't be the same as the enlightenment that we get from it by looking back now. Six of Cups. Period of relaxation and success after finally emerging out of a stressful situation. And highlights the self-confidence that comes from speaking your truth. So we were like, yeah, I got out of it. On top of this energy, this card connects to lingering moments of nostalgia or an idealized past you may still be holding on to. Deep emotions are rooted within these memories, so it's important to acknowledge them, whether they're pleasant or not, as we're living records of every thought and feeling we've experienced. It's important to also remember the inner child who still exists within you. It may be an opportune time to plan out a recreational, social, or peaceful interlude. You know, I think this is saying, when we look back now, sure, we can see how we would have gone about it differently with stronger boundaries in who we are right now, how we would have done it then. Probably not getting into it, but maybe getting into it too. But not just that, but now we can look back on it and see the positives of it. The positives in it. So, there's trauma. Ten of Swords, it's hard. But And when we go through those hard things, we need to justify doing that and causing ourselves to suffer. We need to justify breakups by focusing on how bad it was, on the bad things in it. But I feel like this is saying, like, remember the good things in it. Because the Ace of Crystals is a really beautiful card. But it is about, like, money and the material things, which is phases of life, right? 20s and 30s. Truth is hard. So there were good things about it, huh? Yes. The Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords. Walking off the battlefield there. So the Queen of Swords, eventually she says no, right? Eventually she draws up those boundaries and walks off that battlefield. The Queen of Swords. There she is. Strength and powers of discernment are needed at this time. You may want to detach your inner emotions or fears from your given situation in order to make an objective decision. A need for an unbiased opinion about something. Look to all of the facts before making any judgments. Think with your head this time as opposed to your heart. There's something very defensive about that. And then the Six of Swords. Hang on. See what the Six of Swords says, and then I'll piece this together. The message. The Six of Swords highlights the need to let go of something or some kind of sacrifice that must be made in order to move forward. This may be a difficult choice to make, but know that it's merely a transitory phase and you'll benefit in the long run. With time, you may understand the advantage of letting things go as an evolutionary process. Yes, it's the acceptance of change and release in order to grow from experience. After moving on, you'll be able to reflect on your path and the choices you've made. The Six of Swords is a card of transition and growth. It's new adventures. Right, so there's something here about looking back and seeing the positives in those relationships, not just the negatives, having to shift our mindset to that. We don't need to justify finishing those things anymore. But there's also something here about perhaps even though you didn't know why you were ending things fully, and you were going with your heart, what felt right, your intuition, it's like, this needs to end. I can't fully articulate why, but it needs to end. And you move positively forward from there. Now looking back, you can see why it needed to end more. You'd be able to do it differently. You'd be able to articulate it properly now. There's a whole lot here about releasing on a whole new level a past relationship, perhaps marriage that we had, coming to terms with it and knowing it was the right thing to do, both get into and get out of too, and move on from. It's like setting ourselves free from a burden and perhaps of the concept of marriage. Does anyone want a mini read? I'd like to do some. The Eight of Wands. Beautiful cards, aren't they? Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. This is a card of movement and transition. It's life. If life has been feeling overwhelming, know that a positive change is still very possible. Now is the time to take any initiatives or opportunities that come your way. Once you can focus on a specific task or goal, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. It's a self-direction, determination, and confidence that comes from clarity, vision, and drive. Thank you, Taryn. This also has to do with establishing productive habits and organizational skills. The Eight of Wands may also highlight positive success through group strength and cooperation, a time to be decisive and self-determined. Adventure, change, again. Adventure, change. And we're in the now energy with this card. I'm feeling it's now. Stepping into new experiences. Oh, I was going to look at the next card and I haven't even got it out yet. Hey, Melissa. Anyone else wants a mini read? Get some in now because I will be doing it. The Three of Crystals. Planning, teamwork, all of that kind of thing. Three of Crystals. Here we go. Three of Crystals is an indication that you've reached a state of accomplishment after all of your hard work. With this new insight, you understand the steps that you'll need to take in order to maintain your success. The Three of Crystals also signifies great skill, passion, and manifestation of creative projects. Like I was saying last week, you know. That it's time to get on with our own stuff now, creative projects and all of that kind of thing, which is exactly what I'm doing. Starting off this new YouTube thing, I'm doing a lot of research at the moment, formulation of it, and learning about the tools and stuff like that. Hi, Melissa. Two Melissas. Two Connies. You're all coming two by two. The Three of Crystals is an indication that you've reached a state of accomplishment after all of your hard work. With this new insight, you understand the steps you'll need to take in order to maintain your success. The Three of Crystals also signifies great skill, passion, and manifestation of creative projects. It's also the acknowledgement and appreciation of teamwork, friendship, collaboration. You're not someone who comes off as superior to others. Rather, you appreciate the qualities that each individual has to offer. A great sense of wisdom, spiritual enlightenment, and modesty which comes through the embodiment of unconditional love. Originality, determination, career. Yeah, it is time to focus on ourselves at the moment, but there is this undercurrent, perhaps in our dream world, of past relationships so we can get the ahas and perhaps just kind of set ourselves free from the past, at a whole new level. We've been learning about boundaries and all of that kind of thing. We're going to do things differently in the new relationships because we've learned already, and we should be practicing that in other parts of our lives too, having boundaries, all of that. Okay, now I want to go to the Book of Tarot, Shadows Tarot, but first let's have a look at Taryn's question. Taryn, you leave tomorrow. Are you heading the right way, or do you keep going? Ooh, cryptic. Taryn. Do you keep going? Are they opposites? Are you heading the right way? No. Do you keep going? Just in case those two are not opposite. Keep going. No. Confusing. Tell us what you're going on about. Myself, Taryn. Fulfillment and go for it, which kind of suggests that you are headed in the right direction. Okay. So it's going to fulfill you. Definitely go for it. It is on path, is what that is saying. But it's going to be too little for you. Okay, that's what I was thinking. You're headed the right way. It's like a yes and a no. You're thinking that more is going to come from it than actually is why it's a no. The cards are saying yes, go for it. It will fulfill you. But not that much. The touch is saying just a little bit. And you're going to need to forgive them for it just being a little bit. It sounds like you have. It's confusing, huh? But that's what I was picking up. Like when I was reaching down, I wasn't just picking up the bag. I was also picking up too on. Sometimes the guides say no, when our question, when we're coming, right, so for example, if I ask the crystals, is Bob my person? And my energy toward Bob at that time is, yeah, he's my happily ever after, we're going to be together forever. And then the no comes out, right? And it's because of my energy toward Bob, and I'm thinking it's bigger than it is. And the no comes out, and then I pull cards out, and it says, yes, go for Bob. And it's like confusing. So the way that you're focused on it isn't the way it's going to be. Now, and don't we think, like with the law of attraction, don't we want to be presuming that everything is going to be fantastic? Well, kind of yes and no. We want the best. We want to get the best from everything that we do, right? And the choices that we make. But we need to know that the path is always the path, one foot in front of the other. There's never giant leaps that are made. There's never giant leaps that are made. As much as that we want to make them, there's no giant leaps made. So it's going to be fulfilling, yes, but not as fulfilling as you're hoping or wanting it to be. It's just life, really. Thanks for that, guys. It's just life. Things are never as great as we expect them to be. Things always end before we want them to. Things deliver less than we want them to deliver. But that doesn't mean to be all pessimistic. Yeah, and it is still pointing that way. It's saying do it. It's just saying that your energy toward it. No, it's definitely saying do it. It's definitely saying do it. It's just saying, yeah, it's saying go for it, yeah? You're heading the right way. You are. It said no, though, because your question was kind of loaded with, am I going the right way? For this thing that's in my mind, and it's saying no to that. But you are going to get fulfillment from it. Yeah, probably, because it's confusing. This is a double-edged sword, this, right? Because we don't want to be pessimistic. We don't want to be like, oh, well, if nothing's ever going to be what we want it to be, then why even bother? Why not? Why even bother reaching for things? We don't want to feel like that. We still want to go for things, right? To change our life and to stretch further and to just go on that journey. But it's for the learning that we do. Does that make sense? It's for the learning that we do that. It's not necessarily going to gain us what it is that we think that we're going to get from it, but we're going to get something from it. But it's going to be touch and then forgive them. You see, so there's a bit of disappointment in this, right? Because it's going to be, because your expectations are high is what it is. And then you have to forgive them because your expectations were high. It's like forgiving your expectations rather than forgiving your reality, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm getting confused now. Even I'm getting confused now. Hey, David. Okay, if anyone else wants a mini read, fire away. They've stopped, they've spraying outside now. And they've brushed up my balcony again, which is always nice. I was doing a workout yesterday afternoon, strength workout in here, and they started spraying of the bugs and stuff out there. And after my workout, because it was really hot, and I'd put all my junk, all the stuff that needed taken out to the bins, from my kitchen, sort out and stuff like that, put by the door so that once it cooled down a little bit, I could take it out after my workout. And I had plans. You see, I was doing my workout and had plans. I'm like, I'll take all that junk out, and then I'll brush, because there's a lot of leaves out there. I'll brush it all up, and they came and sprayed while I was doing my workout and brushed it all up for me. Like, yay. If I leave it long enough, they'll come and do it. It's nice having staff clean up after you. Okay, enough of that. That's all right, Taryn. I can be confused. Okay, let's get deeper into this then. What the aha that we should be getting from it is another level of letting go, is what I'm getting, of that past stuff. Persephone goes to the underworld, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Mammon, what? I never remember this card because it doesn't really. It's a time of accounting, weighing out the consequences of our actions from the past, making decisions that now shape our future. Not making the same mistakes again is the most important one, and coming up with a strategy so that we can have, so that we don't make the same mistakes again, so that we can have the victory when we have a new start this time. Time of accounting. Try and remember what that card means. I won't know because it's got nothing to do with the picture on it. The circle. Major arcanas. Circle. Mm-mm-mm. Circle, where are you? I missed it. There's the lovers, but they didn't come out. Nice Mabon. Can't find it. It's not in there. Why? I can't find it. Here it is. It's the Hanged Man. Whew. Creating a safe and clean environment, setting boundaries. Yes, it's about boundaries. Focusing exclusively on the spiritual for a time. It's holding your space, the Hanged Man, being safe and all of that. Ooh, this one. Eight of Fire. I love when the fires come out. This is Neptune. He comes out a lot lately. No matter what chaos ensues, oh no. Neptune stands calmly in the middle of it all, confident, somehow in control, and rather enjoying the ride. The Eight of Fire lulls us into daydreams and fantasies. Logic takes a back seat as our soul craves mystery and illusion. Oh, this is about relationships. This is about not just getting swept up in limerence and falling and getting swept up in the fantasy again. Don't do it this time. Logic takes a back seat as our soul craves mystery and illusion and falling in love and all of that kind of thing. It's like, no, I just want that falling in love feeling. So I'm just going to flush my brain down the toilet and just like experience this feeling. And then it's like, oops, I've got myself into a bad relationship again. It's like, don't do it this time. You can have the falling in love feeling without flushing your brain down the toilet. Once the mind is quieted and open, we begin to accept and then embrace the possibilities of dreams coming true. And Neptune knows that belief is the first step toward creation. But let's not delude ourselves, right? Let me read the whole of this. It's important. There's a saying about magic being done with smoke and mirrors. Neptune is the master of smoke and mirrors, and most of his magic focuses on the mind. His energy covers the world with a blanket of romance and glamour. Beguiling mists cover the mundane and inspire the mind to dream or trick it into believing illusions. In this altered state induced by Neptune's charms, limerence, the mind relaxes, logic blurs, and synapses make new connections, allowing a welling up of psychic tendencies and letting flow the feelings of compassion, sensitivity, and tolerance. It's a trap. It doesn't have to be. But if we do that, if we flush our minds down the toilet, it can be a trap. We can get trapped. Let's not do it again. Let's not. Nine of Air, often the card of anxiety, of overthinking and all of that kind of thing. But what is it in this deck? Probably completely different. Runes. It's a bittersweet card, for it promises great wisdom, but the way to that wisdom includes suffering and sacrifice. Wisdom is not a right we're guaranteed, it's a reward, something earned, and does not always promise happiness. Lesson relationships. Lesson relationships. Should get some runes again. I used to like casting the runes. I used to do like different kind of rune readings. Short ones which would pull runes out of a bag and put them in a line and read like that. And that, or I'd do a full rune reading where I get them all and then like cast them down, and then there would be like different patterns in it, and like there's this path or there's that path. It's a pretty cool way of reading. I like it. But I don't have any runes right now. Maybe I should buy them. So we could get trapped in ways that we've been trapped before, the things that we've kind of done wrong before, with regards to limerence, with regards to the mind-heart balance is what it is really. And knowing that sometimes the heart is falling for our fantasies, because we want to indulge in that feeling of falling in love, and we can indulge by the way of fantasy. And if we do that, as temporarily nice as it can be, we miss the signs of what it actually is, to our detriment. Does anyone else want a mini read? Because I feel like this is coming to an end shortly. Six of Air, cats. Why does that card always come out? It's just about animals. But it's a Six of Swords, it's movement forward. The Mother of Water. Bring down the rain, bring on the emotion. Bring on the emotion. I want to feel strongly again. I want to fall in love. I want someone that I've got those strong feelings for. Now, something that an ex-boyfriend told me, I was so in love with him, and he said, and he told me straight, he said, that's all you know. It's all you. You're feeling like that. He was trying to, he didn't say it. I get it now. I get what he was trying to say now. But he was pretty much saying, it's not what I'm doing. It's all inside of you. It's you that's generating those feelings. And he was right. We can self-generate these feelings for somebody, and it's not necessarily good for us. And especially if we're feeling like a lack of feeling, a lack of emotion, we want more emotional richness in our lives. And that's when someone can show up, and it's like we're emotionally starved. There's not been that much excitement or falling in love or anything. There's not been enough feeling in our life. And so we're like, oh, I've got something to latch onto, some feeling to latch onto. Let's just times it by 10 by a fantasy about this. Well, now I've got something to feel about. Yeah, let's make this a bigger feeling, much bigger feeling. So not just like starved of love, it's starved of a richness of an emotional experience. So it's like bring on the emotion, bring on the emotion. We're addicts. We're emotion addicts. In a video yesterday, I heard, it was Andrew Hooper, but it was just an excerpt from him that someone else had put into a video, and it said about being careful about too much dopamine, meaning, so say I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling good, and the weather is really good, and I go out for a run, which makes me feel better, but all the conditions are really good, And so it's like win, 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 win kind of thing. Dopamine hit over dopamine hit over dopamine hit. And then I wake up and it's raining. One of those things is not there. And suddenly, bam, I don't have my... It was saying be careful of dopamine layering, of having it too good. I was like, whoa, that's exactly what I do, is I try and get the best of everything and make it too good. And when it's not sunny, I do take a dip. I do. Although when it's hot like this, it was a bit cloudy the other morning and I went on my walk on the beach and it was really nice because it was a bit cloudy. It was after that really hot day that we had. It was a relief to have the sun not beating down, even early in the morning. It's been hot. It's been really hot. Okay. So let's be careful of our drive to experience heightened emotions. We can ask for it, yeah. Cards are spot on, Melissa. Okay. But we can ask for it. But let's not get carried away with it once it shows up. I know I do it. Someone shows up and then I get into the fantasy. It's like, oh, nothing's happened for ages, so let me fantasize about this one and generate it into more feeling because that's what I want. The Nine of Earth, happy enough where we're at the moment. Happy enough. Sometimes we want extremes, don't we? I want to feel really good, so I'll drink a lot and feel really good. Or I'll take drugs and I'll feel really good. Or, take it to an extreme. And this is saying, be careful of those extremes. Be careful of the high highs as well as the low lows. You get the low lows with it. It's like this roller coaster, right? Balance is best. But once we get into balance, it's like, well, it's not very exciting. It's like, well, no, it's not. It's balanced, though. You don't have the low lows or the high highs. You did. Get into the fantasy thing. It's tempting. It's because we want to get high off them. It is. We want to get high off them. Let's not get high off the people that come in our lives. All right. Let's put that on a post-it note. Put it on the fridge. Don't get high off this new guy. Oh my God. I am actually going to do that right now. Let's see my new thing. My new equipment. I went around with it yesterday shooting some videos and getting creative just to practice. Don't get high off the next guy. That is going on my fridge right now. That one needs to be back on because it's got my workouts. I'm trying to work out somewhere I'm up to with that. I'm putting it on the fridge. Do the same. Get your post-it notes out. Come on, girls. Come on. I definitely need that one. It's going above my coffee maker. Don't get high off the next guy. Okay. The fantasy. So happy enough where we are. Let's read it out. Nine of Earth. Happy enough where we are. Land creatures. Points to a time of satisfaction and satiation. There's enough of everything and it's very enjoyable. Like a perfect summer evening or sunny spring afternoon. All is just right. The wisest thing to do is nothing. It's not really that. It's just being happy enough as we are. Transformation. Love this card. Off she goes, marching into the darkness. I'm going there. I'm going there. Oh, tears running down my nose. I don't know why I've got tears. I haven't got tears in my eyes. Perhaps it was just moving. Weird things happen after you go for a run. A toilet emergency this morning. Pretty much every morning. If I wake up and I go straight for a run, there's a toilet emergency on the way. And then I'm running around going, oh my God, I need to find a toilet. Luckily, I know where most of them are around. But one of them was locked yesterday morning. I'm like, I'll use the pier toilets because they're the nicest around here. So I ran to them and there was a lock on it. It's like, oh, how? Now I need to find. Here she is. Our lives are a cycle and have cycles within cycles. Many of these are the natural result of life. We cannot change them, only flow with them or flail against them. The way we experience them can be a transformative experience. We also create cycles ourselves by the choices we make and the actions we take. And these cycles, the consequences are also life-changing. In addition, the choices we make and the thought process by which we arrive at those decisions are also transformative experiences. As we move through all the coexisting cycles, we create change and we are change. It's an interesting paradox. We exist in the middle of it all as Earth exists in both nighttime and daylight. Change, movement, transformation, conscious reaction, going there. And then what? So it's like still go there. I think this is saying still go there. Be happy enough and still go there. And things can be sweet. Just don't get high off it. Take it to the extreme. Timeline's changing again. That card keeps on coming out. It was the last card last time because it was on the bottom of the deck when I opened it up. 5 of Air. Timeline's changing. It's important that our own strengths. The fruit fairy, he's got his crack showing, his shorts are hanging low. It's picking fruit off the tree. Fruit fairy does that. Squirrels have already been at it though, half eaten it, so he's eating it. It's one of those lumpy apple things. What do you call them? The squirrels like them anyway. The squirrels come along, they find them, they twist them off, or watch them, and then run off with it in their mouth. The 5 of Air says that it's important that our own strengths should be recognised and used to the best advantage at this time. We have what we need, but we may need to remind ourselves of that. We're strong. But we are also emotion junkies, and we need to be aware of that. So we've just been made aware of it. Thank you, guys. We needed to know that. I needed to know that. I hope you needed to know that too. Also, in other fruit news here, there's a big tree by the pool and it's got longans. I didn't realise it was a longan tree. I've been here 6 years. Maybe it fruited in one of the first couple of years that I was here, but it fruited this year. And they put nets over the top of it so that the fruits didn't fall into the pool. And then the guy that works here, the groundsman, climbed up into the tree and picked it all down and put it in boxes and it went off to market, I presume. But I was sat by the pool as he was doing a lot of that. And when he went off to take he'd put it all in the styrofoam, like boxes that you get in fruit and veggies places, grocery stores. He went to take it off in the salon, which is like a scooter and a side cart thing. I went through the pickings on the floor by the pool and started eating a lot of the single fruits that had fallen there, and delicious. I do like longans. They're very nice. with little things with small seeds in it, a bit like if you've got like a hard papery skin to it, kind of a grayish brownish color. Take that off and it's juicy like a rambutan. What's the ones that the Western world get? Lychee. Lychee is the ones that you might most likely. It's a similar fruit to a lychee, so it's all juicy like that, and sweet with a big smooth pip in the middle of it. So I gorged on those. Well, the ones that were left anyway. It's great having a lot of fruit around. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. Do we need to know any more? The strategy to protect ourselves. It's not just about boundaries. It's about having boundaries with ourselves and our junky natures when it comes to emotions. Limerence. We're junkies. That's what I've got for you all. Thank you all for coming along. Thank you, Terry, for your donation. And let's do this all over again on Wednesday. Wednesday, I will be here. Friday, I won't be here because Friday is the day after Songkran festival here, which is going to be so much fun. But yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to work the next day. I'll be putting out a pick a card read later, which is, I don't know what it is. Is it the tarot readings turn? I think it's the tarot, yeah it is, it's the Love Tarot. I'll put that out later. So yeah, check that out on my YouTube channel. Join our Facebook group if you're not already in there. Thanks for coming, Bonnie. And don't forget, click like on all my videos and all of that. Help my channel out. Comment on it all. And it really helps me out. So thank you for doing that. Have a good day, everybody. And I'll see you next time. Bye.